Without the eye of wisdom, the world is blind. The story of a weaver girl. Let's read the verse. This world is blind become. Few are here who see within. As few the birds break free from net, so those who go to heaven. The story happens during the time of the Buddha. There was once when Buddha was at a town and he was giving his teachings together with his monks to the people of that town. Now, not everybody could fully receive the teaching of the Buddha. It's just like a whole class full of students in front of a lecturer. The lecturer could be delivering the same lesson, but some get it and some do not. So, likewise, most people in this town did not fully appreciate or absorb the teachings of the Buddha. However, among those people listening was a 16-year-old weaver girl. She listened with great dedication and she was absorbing a lot of the wisdom that the Buddha had dispensed. 3 years passed after this, and through the Buddha's insight and his powers, he saw this weaver girl again in his mind's eye, and he knew that she was ripe for Sotapatti. I will not go in to explain Sotapatti. Please look it up if you are interested, because we're going to talk about this story. So, the Buddha, in order to help her, give her the nudge she required to attain Sotapatti, decide to go again with his monks to the same town and give his teachings, so that if she was able, she could come, listen to his teachings, and get that necessary nudge, that all important stimulus. She heard the Buddha was coming. She knew who was going to give the teachings, and she was very excited. She wanted to hear because she found the teachings very, very meaningful. However, on that day, her father required her to do quite a lot of work. He needed some spools of thread. So she was getting all this ready and she was busy carrying it to him at a different location. On the way there, she passed by the Buddha who was giving his teachings to a group of people. Now she stopped for a while and listened to the Buddha. The Buddha looked at her and knew that she was going to die. Shocking, right? Yes, she knew she was going to die. And she was going to die before she would be able to come back. So it was very important for her to hear what he had to say on her way to see her father rather than on the way back. She needed to hear this and attain Sotapatti in time before her death. Otherwise, she would miss her chance. So he called out to her and she dropped what she was carrying, listened to him, attained Sotapatti, and carried on to deliver those spools of thread to her father. Her father was asleep, and when she came, he jerked awake and accidentally hit a shuttle. And the shuttle hit her in the chest, and she died on the spot. And this was as the Buddha had seen in his wisdom. The father was quite distraught that he had accidentally killed his own daughter. He went to the Buddha and he decided to be a monk. The father of this girl, who became a monk, eventually became an arhat, i.e., he attained enlightenment. So, despite the very dramatic, jarring nature of the story, which led to the very unfortunate and sudden end to this weaver girl. There was some happiness. Her father attained enlightenment, and she was on her way to attain it as well. That is the end of the story.